Hi everybody, this is Lynn, and today I am doing something a little bit different. I was in one of my mini beauty groups that I have joined on Facebook because I'm a junkie, and they were talking about how they were really tired of favorites videos. And at first I'm like, come on guys, that's like my favorite to make, why you gotta rain on my parade? And then I was like, you know, after the first 700 billion favorites videos or so, and it doesn't matter whoever gets them out first, I watch them for a while, but then even I get tired of watching them. So as much as I like to make them, you know, if I'm not going to even watch the ones of people that I interact with or that I really like just because I'm burnt out on them, how can I expect you guys to watch my favorites video? So what I thought I would do is take the Fabulous or F This series that I kind of started as a favorites, and I would give it a little bit more of a theme. So, you know, different brands, different, you know, types of makeup, different locations for buying makeup, and one of my favorite places to buy makeup and to experiment is the Dollar Tree. And I know, I'm basic, I know I'm cheap, I know all that. There was a time when I could spend $200 a month on makeup and not bat an eye, and probably even more than that if I really looked at my finances. But now I would much rather buy my kids, you know, a bunch of stuff to clutter up the floor. It's just a priorities thing, and you know, I'm just blessed with the fact that I can make those choices and that I can still spoil myself every once in a while. I mean, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. However, drugstore makeup has been really kicking up its game lately. It has been, you know, I remember those cheap $3 foundations from CoverGirl that smelled like ass and worked about the same, and they have really, you know, that and every other drugstore brand has really upped their game, and I am just so impressed. Unfortunately, they know that, and their prices have gone up really high. So, I guess my point is that when you can save a little bit of money, you should. So I'm going to show you some things from the Dollar Tree that are fabulous, and some things that you should probably skip. So let's go ahead and get started. And I guess we'll just start from the top and go down. So let's start with the eyes. This is the e.l.f. Eye Quad. It is just a neutral quad. It came with a little spongy brush, which I probably lost at some point, but this is what it looks like. It actually is labeled for what you're supposed to do with the different shades as far as base, crease, you know, corner, liner, whatever. And I find this kind of a 50-50 mix. Definitely for the dollar, I think it's worth it. However, this shade right here, the highlighter shade, and this glittery shade suck. This shade and this shade, however, are really good neutral shades. This is a good transitioner, and I think this is a good, even just a little bit darker shade. I like it a lot. Let's see, I'll do some quick finger swatches for you. The other problem I have is that it's really hard to get into this palette because it's so skinny. So here are the two shades that I like a lot, and as you can see, they're really pigmented, not too powdery. Well, again, the only thing is you gotta really kind of aim good to get your brush in the right way, but I think all in all, this palette is definitely quad, or whatever you want to call it. These eyeshadows are definitely worth your buck. However, if you see something that looks like this, don't be fooled. They suck. They just suck horribly. This is a huge F this. This, you know, these little quads, they're, you know, obviously cheap plastic packaging, just, you know, it's e.l.f. But the shades are not very pigmented. That's one of the darkest shades in there. Again, they're tiny, they're powdery, they're just crap, guys. Avoid these. These are not good. They also still sell them on the e.l.f. website for, I think, $1 also. Don't get them. They're not worth your time or money. This is the LA Colors 6-color eye shadows in Haute, I think. I think that's what the color name is. It's, you know, a neutral to cool palette. It's pretty basic as well. These, they're a little bit different. It also comes with a little applicator, which fell. It also comes with this little sponge applicator, which is fine. I actually have these on my eyes today. I used a little bit of everything just to kind of check it out. They're all super powdery. They kick up powder. I don't know if you can tell, but they had little imprints in them, and I've used it once, and I've already blown through those just because it's so soft and powdery that it just falls out. So these aren't going to be long lasting, and they probably aren't real durable, although the packaging is cheap but good. You could probably throw this in your purse. That's what I would do. I'd throw this in my purse as opposed to a more expensive little quad palette like this. But again, for the dollar, I definitely think it's worth it. Two eyeliners to talk to you about. One is really good and one is not so good. This is the Wet n Wild color icon, and this is in kind of a brown, dark brownish color. I thought, you know, worst case scenario, I could do it with my eyebrows if I was in a pinch, which don't do that. It's a terrible idea. But it just looks like this. It's huge, and pigmentation is okay, but it is so soft it just crumbles. It's really, really hard to use. I would use it, I guess, you could do it for your upper lash line or lower lash line, but tight line or waterline, you're probably going to be SOL. It's not, you know, is it worth a dollar? Maybe, but is it great? Is it like a huge find? No, I would skip it. Honestly, I would skip it. This is the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner, and I believe this was in coffee or something like that. It's brown, but I just love this. And I've heard people say it sucks horribly. I've heard people really, really not like it. I adore it. It's just got this little bitty, teeny tiny brush, and just watch it. It's really easy to work with. Really easy to work with. Dries down. It's probably not the most pigmented. It does last pretty good, I think. It does. It dries and it stays. It doesn't go anywhere. I find this type of brush easier to work with than most, and certainly easier than like a gel eyeliner pot or, you know, a really gooey liquid eyeliner. I was really pleased with this, and I'm surprised because I've seen so many people knock it and just say it's crap, and I paid $1 for it, and it was worth every penny of that dollar. And I will probably, if I can't find more at the dollar store, go on e.l.f. and purchase it, because you know, it's going to be either $1 or $3 on there. It's not going to be that much more expensive. So I really dig these. I think they're great. This is the Milani Power Lip, and everybody has been losing their minds over these things, and there is a reason for it. This one is in Cabaret Blend. It's a little bit darker than my ideal shade would be. I actually have it on my lips right now, and you can see it's a bit dark for me. It's, I don't know, I feel like it vamps me out a little bit more than I'm going for in the middle of the day, but that's alright because it's a really good product and I want to find them all. The good news is that they're still in stores. Anyway, it's actually a brush applicator, so that's kind of unique, and you just twist it up, and yeah, there it is, right there on the side, or on my wrist, and it is so pigmented. It is not drying. It's not matte, but it's, I would say, not super gloss or anything either, and it is just really pleasant to wear. It's not long wearing, it doesn't stain or anything. You eat or drink, it's going to be gone. You're going to need to reapply, but for $1, yes, I would pay full price for these. So when I find them for less than full price, I'm a happy girl. Next thing I want to talk to you about is a hand cream, and this is the Nivea cream, and it's got that lotiony smell. One thing I want to warn you is make sure that this has the safety seal or the sanitary seal or whatever you want to call it. Make sure it's sealed because it comes sealed. If it's like this, then somebody has tampered with it, and you know, people are jerks. Mine was sealed luckily, but I dug right into it. So just dip your finger. For those of you that don't like stuff you got to dip your finger into, that will be a drawback. However, it's a really smooth, it's Nivea. You've probably used Nivea before. It's a great hand lotion. It's a great lotion overall. And I like that lotiony smell. I don't know. Not everybody does, but I am a fan. So, let me tell you, this is a fabulous find, definitely. However, this is the teeniest, tiniest little package you've ever seen, so I don't know that this is a money saver necessarily, but I did want to pick it up just to try it out, just basically for a video such as this. You can probably find a larger size for a little bit more money at the drugstore. However, it probably will end up being a better value for your money. I'm not sure, I haven't researched it. But anyway, this is a good little find, especially this is a great little tin to have in your purse or something, just to moisturize your hands or arms or whatever throughout the day. And I have 4 different brands of nail polish I want to talk to you about. All of these are pretty good, with the exception of this. This is the Art Deco, and these are actually nail art tools. Actually a striping brush, and it's not too bad. It's not terrible, and I suck at nail art anyway, so, you know, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I did just get all over me, so it's kind of goopy. Just as an FYI. But I like using these for really, really basic designs. I don't think you would want to get all crazy with it because it's probably not the highest quality brush, but it works. So thing I want to talk to you about is the Wet n Wild Wild Shine brand, and this is just, you know, it doesn't matter what color. I've used several of them and they're all pretty much the same. They can come off kind of sheer, but if you build them up a little bit, they really do look nice. I have them on my, a different color obviously, on my nails today, and I really like how it turned out. Really, they don't chip, some of them dry faster than others. They're not a quick dry by any means, but if you just put a quick dry top coat on top of them, you'd be good to go. I really enjoy these. I really like the formula. This is just the Milani brand nail lacquer, and I see different colors of it in there all the time, and I always pick it up if I don't have the color. If I like the color, I even pick up another. These are great, man. These work really, really well. I have no idea how much they are priced in drugstore because I've never bought them anywhere but the dollar store, but oh my gosh, they're beautiful. They have different finishes. I really like the pearlized finish ones. They don't chip. They are very forgiving to those of us who suck at painting our nails. And they just are beautiful. I love them. The final nail polish I want to talk to you about today is the Sally Hansen Extreme Wear. And no, this isn't Pacific Blue before you ask. I still can't find the old formula of that. Darn it. But these are really good. These work really, really well. They actually do dry pretty quickly as well. They are nice. I would say minimal chipping. Everything chips for me because I'm doing everything with my hands all day, so I'm used to it, but probably not as chip resistant as the Wet n Wild, but pretty darn close. I think they're definitely a good bargain, especially at $1. The last thing I want to talk to you about is a set of nail wraps, or different sets of nail wraps, two different brands. We have the Sassy and Chic, and we have the Essie, and I guess I'll start out on a positive note and we'll talk about the Essie. These are the Essie nail wraps. They are just nail stickers for your nails, and they are pretty self-explanatory. They include a little orange stick and a file in there for you to file your nails, roughen them up a bit if you want to. I usually skip that step. Push your cuticles back and you just match whichever finger to the sticker that fits it best. Stick it on there, try to get it on right the first time, and one thing that I usually do with these is put on a top coat. These I found to be okay. I usually use the Sally Hansen ones, and these did lift a little bit more quickly than the Sally Hansen ones did. However, they stayed on for a decent amount of time. I was able to use them, they were comfortable, I was able to wash my hands, things like that. I really like them, and I definitely think they're worth $1. However, Sassy and Chic brand, and while they are beautiful, have lots of gorgeous designs, they include all the same stuff that the Essie brand does as far as the orange stick, the file, etc, etc, etc. They're applied the same way. These suck so bad. These are the F-bomb for the day, for sure. These completely stink. I could not get them to stay on my nails long enough to finish doing my nails. They are awful. They are weirdly shaped, at least for my nails. Maybe they work better for yours. If you found a way to make these work, let me know, please, because I have a few packs of them and I would like to use them, but they peeled off immediately. They wouldn't stick. They're just, oh God, they're just crap. They're terrible. Anyway, I hate to end it on a bad note, but that was my fabulous or F this Dollar Tree edition. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you like videos like this or would like to see more reviews on Dollar Tree specific items, please let me know in the comments below. I am always looking for new ideas for videos. I am very new to YouTube, only been on here a couple of months, so I'm still learning, and I want to, you know, provide the kind of content you'd want to see. So please let me know if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, comment, check me out on social media, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys.